What's up guys, it's the bearded wonder Gaibriul here, coach of the LA Galuxray, and welcome to week 2's team analysis for the Battle Union. This week we are against the Scandinavian Stoutlands and Skyrander, and I'm pretty damn terrified. What I'll just say is last week we didn't have a battle, and that's because just I had a few timing issues, and the match with Sizz Awesome wasn't forfeit or anything like that. It's just suspended, it's just postponed until the mid-season sort of interval, which will be, and we'll sort it out then. So at the moment we're 0-0 with one game gone, so we've got to play one. But yeah, this week is against Sky, and he already sniped me heavily for a lot of mons I wanted, so I know he's got a powerful team. It's underrated. He was like bottom of the power rankings. I think he's got a far superior team to us, so I know I'm going to have to plan well and play well. I've got a lot of good mons, but the team can only work if this is working. So I've got to be fully on for the game ahead, for every game. Otherwise we'll have no chance of even remotely finishing close to the playoffs. And if I lose this, I'm pretty sure I'll be bottom of the power rankings because, and rightly so to be honest, because my team is weak without a good brain behind it. So, without further ado, let's go through the team that I'm bringing. Okay, so looking over this guy's team, there are a few mons that stood out to me. His team is as follows. He's got Thunderous Incarnate, Lando T, Alakazam, Shaman, Cobalion, Drapion, Gengar, Empoleon, Heracross, and Mega Diancie. Now Mega Diancie was so good in that first game for him. I think getting 4 kills and like dying itself just the once. Obviously it can't die twice unless some sort of shenanigans going on. So that was something to fear. So I have to prepare for that very well, and I have no bullet puncher, so I have to, you know, again I have to think. So the first Pokemon on my list I saw was Kyurem B, because there are a few mons that it deals with. Thunderous Incarnate, it can't really hit me unless, of course, the Focus Blast or whatever, but we can do a hefty chunk of damage and we can KO it with just an Ice Beam, to be completely honest. Lando T we KO with the Ice Beam. Shaman we KO with an Ice Beam, because they don't really come as defensive mons too often. I know Shaman can, I know Lando T will come as physically defensive or can come as physically defensive. Thunderous doesn't really do a defensive job, but it's got Thunder Wave to try and neutralise the Kyurem Black. You know, there's a lot of things to take in mind, but Kyurem Black's set was designed to try and come in and be what it's best at, and that's a wall breaker, to come in and just smash something very powerfully and hopefully get a KO. It's also got to deal with that Diancie, because Diancie is a typical switch in to Kyurem. Of course it is. It's Fairy type, we can smash it. It's also Rock type, which is super effective against this. It can completely smash us. So what I had originally for it was Kyurem Black, Choice Scarf, with a timid nature, 228 speed to make sure I outspeed everything, 28 HP, 252 special attack. Pretty simple. What I'll say is I've since changed that set from the original, what you've just seen there. So that was what I originally had. I'm not sure if those speed EVs are right, just to put that out there. That's what I originally put down. But I don't think I'll need the Scarf. It's maybe questionable, because he's got a very fast team. So having Kyurem B outspeed everything would be amazing. But if he comes with like a Choice Scarf Alakazam, or a Choice Scarfed Gengar, or anything like that, something which is guaranteed to outspeed, then this kind of neutralizes it quite well, and there'd be no need. I feel like I can outspeed enough with this, and I can take hits quite well. So going into its moves, I'm going for Ice Beam, Earth Power, Flash Cannon, and this final move I wanted to hit on Roost. Now that's because we've got a little bit of HP investment there, not too much at all, but we can take hits. Like we can soak up quite a bit, and a Roost would be good. Because I've got the Life Orb on it and I don't want to take too much damage from it, it also neutralizes some Rocks damage. If I'm feeling like a switch out, I can do it. It makes sense to me to have that. This hits Earth Power, like that's the move to go to really, because his team is very weak to ground. I think there's like 5 mons that are weak to ground, so it's a big deal. Moving on to the next Pokemon, and once again it is another wall breaker, another one where I just hit a button to attack and something is taking damage, something is taking big damage, and that is Emboar. Now this thing is choiced, we are choice banned. its reckless ability, obviously, and it's an adamant nature. Its EVs are as follows: 36 HP, 252 in attack, obviously, and 220 in speed. The speed is to guarantee that I outspeed a max speed Empoleon that isn't a Jolly or Timid Nature or whatever, because it's going to be bulky or it's going to be attacking. I don't feel like it's going to come to full max speed if it comes at all. And the moves worth clicking, it's quite simple. Flare Blitz, Earthquake, Superpower, Sucker Punch. Don't need the Wild Charge. Earthquake again does such a good amount of damage to his team that like I'm going to be clicking that quite a lot. I know there's immunities to it, but it's still pretty damn good against his team. The Sucker Punch there because it's the only form of priority I have, and it is powerful. Obviously good against Alakazam, obviously good against Gengar that doesn't want to set up a substitute or anything like that. Just a good all-round Pokemon to use. Moving on to the next one, and no one will be shocked by this, I am bringing my Mega Beedrill for this first time. Even I'm iffing and ahhing about it now because people have come out and been like, it's a terrible choice. I feel like it works in the team, but we're going to have to play carefully with it, and we're going to have to play with it well. So the Beedrill's typical. It's for, I think I've got 196 in speed to outspeed everything, guaranteed. That's unless it's something scoffed. I've got 56 points in defense, 4 in HP. Now the 4 in HP is to make sure that I'm an odd number so that the rocks wouldn't kill me after 4. I can survive 4 and be on 1 HP. And 252 in attack, and we are a Jolly nature because we need to be to guarantee outspeed the Gengar and Alakazam unless they're scoffed. Pretty simple. And then the attacks: Protect, U-turn, Poison Jab, and my little favourite, I don't think I'm going to get to use it to be completely honest with you, but I just want to put it there, and that's Foul Stinger. Now the reason I've put Foul Stinger is because it KOs Alakazam. Now if he decides in some universe to stay in with an Alakazam and I get a Foul Stinger off, it KOs, even if it's sashed. You get the point, because it breaks the sash. So I can't just U-turn, get out of there, and Alakazam survives, it kills it. Simple, say it there twice. So that's the main thought behind it. I don't feel like I want to use knockoff. I don't feel like it's necessary too much, because most of the time I'm going to want to click a move and get out of there with Beedrill on this against this team here, because everything's going to be able to kill it quite easily. Moving on to more of my defensive mons. So I'm bringing Hippowdon. It's Rocky Helmet, physically defensive. It's 252 in HP, 20 in attack, and 236 in defense. The 20 in attack is because I am packing Ice Fang, and it 20 points in attack guarantees to 2-hit KO a Landorus T that is fully physically defensive invested. Sensible, again, I get to hit 2 off and it guarantees to kill it. Simple. It is Earthquake, Ice Fang, Stealth Rock, and Slack Off. So this does one job. It takes hits and hits back with Earthquake, which is great against the team, and Ice Fang, which is pretty damn good against this team, and hopefully you won't see it coming. Next one is my Dragalge. I'm quite excited to bring it because I wasn't sure about this pick, but it's just so bulky and so powerful that I can't really not use it. It's just too good. So Dragalge is Assault Vest because I want that special bulk to be like ridiculously overpowered. We are packing, we are a, where are we? Careful, is it careful? Calm, I forgot to write that bit down. But we're special defense up, attack down, nature. We are Thunderbolt, Sludge Wave, Scald, and Draco Meteor. The Draco Meteor for all out power. The Sludge Wave because adaptability. The Scald because it is something I'm going to be firing off most of the time to just hopefully burn. Obviously that's kind of the plan. Nothing really like Scald. And then finally the Thunderbolt for the Empoleon, to have an option dealing against that, because obviously it takes Stab Draco and it's immune to my other stab, so it makes sense to have something else with it. We are 252 in HP, 200 in special attack, and 56 in special defense, just to boost it a little bit more. And then finally, the last one on the team, and no one's going to be shocked to see it, but the set might shock you, and that's Mew. It's Leftovers. It is 252 in HP, 232 in special defense, and 24 in speed. 24 in speed just guarantees once again to... It's in a strange speed bracket. If he doesn't bring speed on Shaman, I don't want to speed tie. We are Landorus is another thing that without, like, if there's any speed investment, a little bit can help me out. But mainly it's there for a shaman in case it doesn't have speed invested, and it makes sense to try and creep something. We are a careful nature, and we have Wisp, Defog, Tailwind, yeah, and U-turn. The reason for Tailwind is because if this thing gets to come in against a Landorus, or if it gets to come in against a Drapion, Cabalion, there are many things it can actually just set up against and just go Tailwind, U-turn out, bring your threat in. That's the option for it. Hopefully I'll get to like take advantage of that because I have such good wall breakers that giving them that speed boost will destroy quite a few mons in general. So that's the team I'm bringing. Just to very briefly go through what I think Sky could bring. Looking over my team, there are weaknesses. Rocks are a weakness. I don't like really fine types, I have no immunity. He brought in Heracross, so I'm pretty sure that's coming. So number 1, Heracross. Number 2, Lando. Number 3, Thundurus. Number 4, I'm saying Cabalion because I'm fearing it. I think Mega Diancie kind of has to come. It's so good. It's really good. And it all depends on whether he thinks I'm going to bring in Kieran, but I think Mega Diancie. And then I think probably either Alakazam or Gengar. I'm personally probably steaming to more Alakazam because it's so fast and it's such a, it just comes in and can kill things. It really can. But of course my Mega Beedrill destroys it, so he has to come with a play. So I'm thinking maybe either Sash or Scarfed Alakazam. That's what's in my head anyway. So Heracross, Alakazam, Lando, Thundurus, Cabalion, Mega Diancie. Let's see how right I can be off that. And then, I mean, knowing the team's half the battle. If I get an idea of what he's bringing, I can get into his mindset. But at the same time, that is a difficult team to prepare for. I think I've done it quite well, but there are a few things I've got to watch out for. Cabalion setting up on me. Got to watch out for that. I've got to try and burn that thing. I've just got to try, because if that sets up an SD, it can wipe and destroy my team. So I'm going to have to play around that. Thundurus. Got to watch out for T-Wave. Lando, if it's Scarfed, is very, very threatening. Heracross, it's so good. It's going to be Moxie, that makes sense, because it's not Mega. And it's so good, but I don't know whether I'm worried about it. That might be silly, because I don't necessarily have super effective things against it. I could have probably, maybe prepared better for it, maybe. But at the same time, I think I can deal with that well enough. Mew is very good against the Heracross. As long as it doesn't bring the Bullet Seed, my Hippowdon is very good against Heracross. Dragalge is very good against Heracross. I have a lot of good answers. I've got to keep him around, and like, if this is if he brings it, but I think that's the one that's pretty much guaranteed. Then I can deal with it well enough. And I do outspeed it as well with a lot of mons. The only questionable thing from my choices there is the Scarf. I'm not sure if it's going to bite me in the arse to bring the Kieran without a Scarf, because this was something that was up in the air. I've been contemplating this for days. I've got my team written down, I've been practicing with it, I've been playing with it, I've been trying to sort it out, and that Scarf has been the thing I've been chopping and changing. Roost has been good for me in my practice runs, but then Scarf has been good. And it was basically the balance between having Scarf and Roost, and I've gone for a Roost because I feel like the speed war can be won with Tailwind, and that's my only reason why. Like that's what's pushed the balance in that favour, really. But anyway, guys, this video is pushing up to 15 minutes, and that is perfectly like long enough. I don't want to bore you with any more details. If you agree with my team, knowing what Sky's got from his 10 mons, hit me up in the comments below, and also let me know what other sets you'd use and things like that. Give me ideas, because with this team, I need as much creativity as possible, so you guys can definitely help out with that. I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm not very confident. Probably shouldn't say that, but I'm not. But we'll see how we do. It's not a bad team, mine isn't, but I'm inexperienced with it, and that's tough. I'm already thinking ahead to my next draft. Let's just say that. I'm already thinking ahead to what I could draft next time round. That's how confident I am. Yeah. hopefully, if I can pick up the win and I can do quite well for the next 3 weeks, and then in the off season we'll see about doing some trades or something like that and trying to pick up my team quite a bit. We'll see. But anyway, guys, I'm boring you now. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy yourself, please don't forget to smash that like button, but definitely more importantly, hit me up in those comments and let me know what you think of the team and try and show your support for the LA Galuxray, because I definitely need it, because I'm breaking it and I'm not confident and I need your help. I'm loving life. Yeah, I'm loving life. I hope you are too. I'll see you next time.